The color of your underwear could get you in trouble at school, or that wearing a simple ponytail might be considered too distracting. Japanese schools are a world of their own, with rules so strict, bizarre, and unexpected that they might leave you questioning. Is this real life or an anime plot? Stick around, because what you're about to discover will not only blow your mind, it'll make you see Japan in a whole new way. Number 20, white undergarments are mandatory. Imagine walking into school knowing everyone already knows the color of your underwear. Sounds absurd, right? Well, if you were a student in Japan, this could have been your reality. Some Japanese high schools enforce a rule requiring students to wear only white undergarments. In a survey, 138 out of 238 schools were found to have this rule. To ensure compliance, some teachers even went as far as pulling on bra straps or supervising students in changing rooms. If a student was caught wearing the wrong color, they had to remove it on the spot. Thankfully, this invasive rule has been abolished in many schools after widespread outrage. But still, how did this even become a thing? Number 19, students must clean the school. Japan is famous for its cleanliness, and this discipline starts in school. Unlike Western schools, where janitors clean up after students, Japanese kids are responsible for cleaning their own classrooms. Starting from first grade and continuing through high school, students spend 15 minutes daily tidying up their classrooms, hallways, and even bathrooms. This rule instills a sense of responsibility and pride in keeping their environment clean, a habit they carry into adulthood. While it might seem unusual to some, it's part of why Japan remains one of the cleanest countries in the world. Number 18, ponytails are banned. Here's a rule that's as strange as its reasoning. Some Japanese schools have banned female students from wearing ponytails because they believe it exposes the nape of the neck, a body part they claim could distract male students. It's hard to believe this hairstyle could be deemed inappropriate, but the rule persists in some schools. What do you think? Cultural sensitivity or outdated thinking? Number 17, no cell phones allowed. Cell phones are a huge part of modern life, but Japanese schools see them as nothing but distractions. In 2009, a nationwide ban was placed on phones in elementary and high schools. However, after a devastating earthquake in 2018, the ban was reconsidered. Authorities realized that mobile phones could be life-saving tools during emergencies. While schools still enforce strict rules about their usage, some now allow phones for safety reasons. Could you survive a school day without your phone? Number 16, separate indoor and outdoor shoes. Shoes are serious business in Japan. Students are required to swap their outdoor shoes for indoor ones, typically lightweight and flexible yuwabaki, upon entering school. This practice aligns with Japan's cultural norm of removing shoes indoors to maintain cleanliness. It might seem like a hassle, but for Japanese students, it's just part of everyday life. Number 15, mandatory swimming lessons. If you're afraid of water, you'd have a tough time in Japan. Swimming is a required skill, and schools ensure every student learns it. By the time students reach high school, most are confident swimmers. This rule isn't just about fitness. It's also about safety. Knowing how to swim could one day save a life, and Japanese schools take that responsibility seriously. Number 14, uniforms are non-negotiable. In Japan, school uniforms are more than just outfits. They're symbols of equality and discipline. Both public and private schools require students to wear them at all times. The uniforms are designed for practicality and simplicity, often featuring navy blue and white colors. Failure to wear the proper uniform can result in disciplinary action. While it might feel restrictive, the uniform serves to level the playing field, ensuring that students are judged by their character, not their background. Number 13, no food from home. Forget packing lunchboxes. Japanese students eat school-provided meals meticulously planned by nutritionists. These meals are made from fresh, organic ingredients and aim to educate students about nutrition as much as they feed them. Called shokuiku, food education, these lunches include a balance of carbs, protein, and vegetables, all served in classrooms instead of cafeterias. The best part? They're so delicious that parents often call schools for recipes. Number 12, Students can't fail a grade. Unlike many countries where failing grades mean repeating a year, Japanese students automatically advance to the next grade. Sounds easy, right? Not so fast. The pressure to perform well in exams is immense, as test scores play a crucial role in determining future opportunities. Add in societal and parental expectations, and you'll see why most students don't slack off despite this lenient policy. Number 11, punctuality is sacred. If you thought being a few minutes late was no big deal, think again. In Japan, punctuality is practically a national virtue. In 2018, when a train left the station just 25 seconds early, the railway company issued a public apology. This level of punctuality extends to schools, where arriving late is considered unacceptable. Students are trained from a young age to value others' time, a mindset that sticks with them throughout life. Number 10, haircut for boys. A 2-block haircut is very popular in Japan, but is strictly regulated in schools. This cut looks neat and tidy and is said to make the face look fresh. However, the authorities in Japan believe it can cause problems, even accidents. This theory is puzzling to many parents who don't understand how a haircut could cause an accident. The rule is intended to instill loyalty and maintain order in schools with strict hierarchies. Despite its popularity among celebrities, including actors like Yusuke Aiziya and Takayuki Kajitani, the haircut is banned in schools due to these issues. Number 9, Sasumata. In Aichi, a 62-year-old man once entered a Chinomiya school with a kitchen knife causing panic. Sasumata came to the rescue, as did the teachers in Tokyo when an intruder entered a school. Sasumata is a traditional Japanese forked spear, also known as a man grabber, used by samurai to arrest criminals without injuring them. While modern versions are used by police as a self-defense tool, they are mostly aluminum now without sharp blades. Many schools in Japan still keep a Sasumata to prevent intruders. Number 8, no romantic relationships allowed. Japanese students are not allowed to express their feelings of love towards anyone at school. This rule is claimed to ensure students are focused on their studies. Being caught in a romantic relationship can lead to severe consequences, including expulsion. Despite this, many students still engage in relationships, facing restrictions and control from their partners. A significant percentage of female students report being coerced or restricted by their boyfriends in these relationships. Number 7, cram schools, Juku. In Japan, cram schools, or Juku, are almost a necessity for students. Regular school classes don't prepare them well for entrance exams, which are critical for their future academic paths. Juku classes are tailored to help students pass these exams, offering specialized education outside regular school hours. They are categorized into Shingaku Jukuku for those aiming for difficult exams and Hoshujuku for those struggling to keep up with regular classes. Essentially, these schools address any learning difficulties and enhance a student's chances of academic success. Number 6, no substitute teachers. Unlike many countries where substitute teachers are common, Japan does not use them. If a teacher is absent, students take over the class without a substitute. This system instills independence and self-reliance in students, teaching them to manage their schoolwork and studies autonomously. Number 5, club activities are important. Club activities are a significant part of school life in Japan. They are almost as important as academics, and students join clubs voluntarily. Japanese schools offer a wide range of clubs, from sports like kendo and judo to cultural activities like music and arts. Participation is high, with students dedicating time not only after school but also on weekends and holidays to prepare for competitions. Teachers supervise these activities but encourage student independence, reinforcing a sense of responsibility and teamwork. Number 4, no accessories allowed. Japanese school rules are very strict regarding accessories. Students cannot paint their nails, pierce their bodies, or wear hats and caps during school hours. The authorities want students to adhere to a uniform look, reinforcing the collective identity and minimizing distractions. Number 3, hair must be black. School rules in Japan dictate that hair must be black. Any deviation, like a student with natural blonde hair, is problematic and must be proven. A case in 2017 brought attention to this rule when a student was forced to dye her natural hair black. The school rules were upheld by the court, showing the authority of these rules in Japanese schools. Number 2, summer break. Unlike other countries where summer break is at the end of the academic year, Japanese students have summer break in the middle of the year. It's only 5 weeks long, half of what is typical in the US during this break. Students still participate in club activities and complete assignments, reflecting a culture that emphasizes continuous learning. Number 1, respectful greeting. Respect is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, extending to students' interactions with teachers. Bowing is a common form of greeting and shows respect in Japan. Students bow when entering and leaving the classroom, showing gratitude to their teachers. This practice is part of the broader cultural emphasis on politeness and respect, crucial for social harmony in Japan. These rules might seem strange or harsh to outsiders, but they reflect Japan's deeply ingrained cultural values of discipline, respect, and community. Whether you're a student or just curious, these rules paint a vivid picture of the unique educational environment in Japan. Which rule do you find the most surprising? Let me know in the comments below.